Couldn't sleep. Wanted something exciting to watch, but messed with the volume forever and got no sound. A little while later, the girl next door leaned out from her balcony and yelled, "Stop turning up the volume! You're connected to my Bluetooth speaker!" Oh, what? I panicked. By the time I went to open the door, I was a total mess. Because honestly, this wasn't even the first time it happened. I just always thought my speaker was broken, so I'd disconnect the Bluetooth and move on. Tonight, for some reason, I decided I was gonna fight my speaker. And that's how the girl next door ended up at my place. She's standing there looking at me like I'm the dumbest person alive. First time it happened, I was listening to stand-up. Second time, some dumb viral video. Tonight, I went straight for that kind of content. I just stood there, mouth shut, because yeah, what I was watching tonight was not exactly PG. I desperately needed sound. Well, now everyone knows. My next-door neighbor now knows exactly what I watch late at night. And to make it worse, she's gorgeous. How did I never notice there was a total babe living next door? I still tried to explain myself. I was just binge-watching a show, okay? She leaned against the doorframe. Huh, interesting taste. I wanted to disappear. Please don't tell me she thinks I literally binge-watch that like a TV series. Next time you're binge-watching, watch your Bluetooth. She put extra emphasis on binge-watching, dragged out the last syllable. The shade was very much intentional. For sure, for sure. I knew I was in the wrong, didn't have much to say. She finally left, satisfied. After she was gone, it hit me. Her speaker had connected to my iPad multiple times already. So why didn't she say anything before? Was she secretly trying to listen to my stuff? I think my iPad and her speaker might have some kind of special connection. That night, I got all excited to watch my show again. No sound. Again. I leaned over the balcony and shouted, "Hey, is your speaker making sound right now?" She stepped out onto her balcony in her pajamas, hair still dripping wet. My eyes wandered down on their own. I was literally about to drool. "What are you looking at?" Her voice snapped me back to reality. My Bluetooth connected to your speaker again." She gave me the most annoyed look, then just disconnected. "I was thinking maybe you could check it out," I said, trying to play it cool. "It keeps not connecting to mine." She scoffed and walked back inside. Cold, ruthless, my heart hurt. Then I heard a knock at my door. I basically skipped over to open it. She was still in her pajamas. She walked in, looked around at my disaster of a room, and immediately frowned. I rushed to block the worst area with my body, while sneaking trash into the gaps behind me. She crouched down to inspect my speaker, and delivered her verdict. "Your speaker isn't even on." I never turned my own speaker on. Ha 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 ha. There I was, standing in the middle of the living room hugging my iPad. Awkward doesn't cover it. She made a face. She turned to leave, got tripped up by something on the floor, and I watched her fall straight into my arms. Does this count as throwing herself at me? Bro, are you even a man? Fair point, honestly. When she fell, I did reach out to catch her. I just didn't quite make it. So my hand ended up somewhere it really shouldn't have been. Wow. Hey, I'm not your bro. I said it with complete sincerity. She stood up, visibly done with me. That's when I found out her name was Liu Ruyan. I introduced myself too, He Chang. Liu Ruyan kicked the thing that tripped her. A tiny charging cable tumbled helplessly across the floor. "Dude, you need to hire a cleaning service." I nodded like my life depended on it. "Whatever you say." Liu Ruyan clearly wasn't feeling me. After she left, I laid on the couch daydreaming. And no, not about that. That night, I had a really nice dream. What it was about? That's between me and my subconscious. I almost overslept because of it. Today was the new boss's first day. Couldn't afford to make a bad impression. I even spotted Liu Ruyan downstairs waiting, but I was running late, so I didn't stop to talk. Walked into the office feeling pumped, sneaked to my desk. If I had known Liu Ruyan was my new boss, there's no way I would have pulled that stunt. Not in a million years. Seeing her sitting in the director's office hit different. They said the owner's daughter was coming. Nobody said the owner's daughter was my next-door neighbor. And to top it off, I'm her assistant. She was casually flipping through employee files. I had no idea which one was mine. Through the glass, I watched every tiny expression on her face. Eyes calm, then a slight squint, then a furrowed brow. "He-Chang, why haven't you gone in to check in yet?" I was totally zoning out. My coworker Lee walked over looking confused. "Me? Do I have to go in?" I played dumb. Lee shot me a look and leaned in like he had a secret. "Drop the act, she's gorgeous and rich. You're not gonna shoot your shot?" I laughed awkwardly, turned my head, and locked eyes directly with Liu Ruyan. She crooked her finger at me. "See, she's calling you over." Lee shoved me forward, nudging me the whole way. I had no choice but to walk in. "Ha ha, Ms. Liu, what a coincidence." She set down the files. "Quite a coincidence. You'll be my assistant, He-Chang." My stomach dropped. "Got it. Is there something you need, boss?" I quickly changed the subject before she could bring up anything awkward. "Can I call you over for no reason?" She smiled, stared at me. I stood there stiff as a board. "I'm not that kind of unreasonable boss." I let out a breath of relief. Before I could even compliment her, she kept going. "Of course I need something. Go grab me a coffee." From that hand-ground place at Times Square. No sugar, no milk, but not too hot. Exactly 45 degrees C. Biodegradable plastic cup. I don't do paper cups. I looked up in horror. Are you sure you're not an unreasonable boss? Then I remembered seeing her buy coffee this morning. Didn't you already buy coffee downstairs this morning? She just stared at me. Said nothing. But that look could burn a hole through me. Getting coffee for my boss. I'd die for this mission. I didn't push my luck. Clasped my hands together and bolted. Times Square is a solid 30 minutes from the office. To keep it at exactly 45 degrees C, I had to cab it back. I handed her the coffee like I was presenting a sacred offering. She glanced at it once. Didn't touch it. Leave it there. Yes, boss. I was about to leave when she spoke again. Pull together the sales performance data for every employee in the marketing department. Last 3 years, reformatted. She tossed me a stack of files. These are too outdated. I want it on my desk tomorrow morning. I was smiling on the outside, screaming on the inside. Does she know how many people are in marketing? Over 100. I'd have to pull an all-nighter. And sure enough, I did. I watched everyone else trickle out of the office one by one, while I was still grinding through file number 73. A few coworkers stopped by on their way out just to rub it in. At some point, a shadow appeared over my desk. I figured it was just another person here to watch me suffer. I waved them off. I know. You don't need to say it. The shadow shifted. Stop hovering, just go home. It shifted again. I snapped and looked up. Liu Ruyan, hands in her pockets, looking down at me. She smirked like my suffering genuinely entertained her. Keep it up. Hearing keep it up from a coworker? Annoying. From her? Different. I just smiled and nodded. Will do. But here's the wild part. After that little visit, she went straight back to her office to keep working. Message received. The boss grinds too. What do I have to complain about? By the time I finished every single file, it was 10 p.m. Last train was long gone. And I'd already taken a cab once today for that coffee run. Cabs aren't cheap. So I knocked on her office door. I worked up the nerve. Hey, boss, any chance I can expense the cab fare? She looked up from a pile of documents, tired eyes and all. What cab fare?